Hello and welcome. As we step into the second week of February 2024, I extend my warmest greetings to you. I hope this message finds you in the heart of winter's embrace, surrounded by the enchantment that this season can bring. In this winter season, the world is draped in a serene blanket of snow. At least outside my window, it's that way. We all need to take some time to rest, to meditate, to allow tranquility to be a part of our days. This week we have Mercury gracefully moving into Aquarius, sparking innovation and forward thinking in our thoughts and our words and our communication. And a powerful new moon later in the week at 20 degrees. This lunar dance invites us to set intentions for originality and breakthroughs and the embrace of our unique self. As we explore the cosmic currents from February the 5th through to the 11th, let's embrace the magic of winter, the cosmic alignments, and the anticipation of love and connection as Valentine's Day approaches. I'm truly grateful to have you here. Thank you. Together, let's uncover the celestial insights for the week, tapping into the wisdom brought through by the tarot. I'm excited to share my insights, offer you guidance, and be a part of your journey as we navigate the ways of innovation and prepare for the love-infused celebrations of Valentine's Day. Wishing you cosmic inspiration and a week filled with love and breakthroughs. Let's explore the magic together as we turn to your own personal reading. I'll meet you there. Welcome, Gemini. This is your weekly focus for February the 5th through to the 11th, 2024. I'm Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you in my life so much. Let's dive into the cards, shall we? Okay, underlying energy is the Hierophant. Tried and true. Stability. Opportunities that come in that you have prepared for, that you are ready for. Balance comes in. Let's see what other cards come out, because that could really manifest in a lot of ways. This could be a relationship that you have recently entered where it is starting to become more stable, more grounded. It could be a job, a career, maybe opportunities that you want to step into. Opportunities and adventures that you weren't ready for. Maybe you want to grow your wisdom in some way. Maybe you are going to be taking a course or teaching to others. You're definitely more grounded, more secure of who you are. Our first card is the Five of Swords. This is standing in our truth. This is not being swayed by what other people tell us, their criticisms, their opinions. This is also a time to pay attention to what they are trying to tell us. Does it have value? Do I need to pay attention? Are these words of wisdom warning me of something that I'm not preparing myself for, not seeing with my own eyes? Or is it simply their opinion? Maybe even a little bit of jealousy in there because, well, if you're doing it, then what's that say about them? This could also be changing dynamics within your relationships, within the people that you associate with now and who you will associate with in the future. This could be new groups of people, new ways of thinking that come into our worlds under this week's energy. You know, the one thing about this card is we stand there with the swords around us. It's almost like we have caged ourselves in a certain way to keep ourselves safe. And certain people we turn away because of their energy, because of what they bring to the table. Maybe they're not very supportive of you. Maybe they don't support you in any way. Maybe they criticize you. Maybe they belittle you. Maybe they make fun of you. And you're separating yourself from some of these people in your world. You're looking towards new, true, like-minded people to be involved with on a regular basis. Now, be careful, because under this kind of energy, we can also turn away people that are actually trying to impart wisdom upon us. Maybe seeing our life through their eyes opens up something that we are not really paying attention to. We don't see it coming, but they do, and they're giving us some. So we don't want to just turn people away. We don't want to safeguard ourselves and then say, no, it's my way or the highway. We want to be open to what they're saying. Do we have to accept it as the truth? Absolutely not. It is simply their opinion. We have the Wheel of Fortune, so things are changing. Things are definitely changing. You are going into new seasons. I almost got, well, it wasn't last week. I wasn't here last week, but I think the week before you were kind of in a no man's land kind of energy. And so here the cards are saying you're moving forward. Maybe I'm thinking of another sign, but I thought it was you. So this is about going into new opportunities, new adventures, new learning experiences, new relationships. This is about starting new chapters in your life. This is about changing seasons in your life. And if you're going through a hard time, this card showing up says this too will pass. The Three of Wands, we're not really making any decisions this week, but we are contemplating, we are thinking, we are becoming aware of the potentials of, the potentials of opportunities that lay in wake, opportunities, adventures we can step into, learning experiences, new groups of people. And we're kind of trying to see how that will work in our life going forward. We're saying, well, if I started, teaming up with this group and they're doing this and that and the other thing, and what will change in my life because of that? Maybe they meet on Tuesday nights and I already did this on Tuesday nights, but maybe I can move that to Monday night and still do that. We're kind of rearranging things in our life, in our world, in what we want in our environments, what we don't want in our reality. And we're trying to embrace the new thoughts and ideas that are forming in our mind. Will this work for me? Will I have sure footing? What could come out of the blue at me to sway me a little bit, upset my apple cart in some way? We're very futuristic in this, so it's not these little steps that we are contemplating, but much larger steps. We are becoming innovative. We are becoming almost inventive in our thoughts and what we are perceiving as our tomorrows. Eventually we'll move over to the second one and then the third, and that's probably when we'll start making the decisions. I don't think the decisions really are this week, but we are opening up our mind to so much more that can be in our world. For work and career, this is kind of take a breath. This would be a good time to take a vacation from work, from career, some downtime so you can think things through. This could also be understanding what you do at work and looking at it as, I do these things, but I do these things as well, and then I do these things over here. But these have no worth. They just take up time. Nobody even notices if it gets done or not. I could utilize my time more wisely, putting it in this way, adding it to this energy, working on this part of the business. So if it's your own business, this is the time to sit back a little bit and say what works, what doesn't work, what do I truly want to do going forward? Where can I expand? Where can I diversify? Where can I grow? Where do I need to deplete? Where do I need to let go of some older things that I've been doing perhaps, or some things that I incorporated in, but they've really not picking up any speed or given any value to my business? If you are working for somebody, then pay attention to the things that they want you to do more than the things that you want to do, I think is probably the trick here. Okay? Expressing that this is what you really like to do. This is what you really want to do. But gaining their appreciation through the things that satisfy them, so to speak. I tell you, when you're doing the things the boss likes to see you do, you agree with the boss, You do get into a high profile, and then when that job comes up that has nothing to do with what you're doing now, but what you'd rather be doing, your name is popped out of the hat first for things like that. So it's almost like stepping into being seen and being noticed for your talents, your abilities, who you are. That you have a lot more to give. And yeah, you want to throw in, maybe that creative flair or something in there to say, remember, this is who I am. This is who I want to be. And maybe something opens up at the corporate level, a couple of rungs up on the ladder. You will be the one thought of first because you are the one who has been the most pleasing. Does that make sense? So where you fought before, this is the time to really just go with what is there in order for you to open up to opportunities, in order for you to open up to adventures. All of a sudden they say, we want to send you over to here so that you can start that project you showed me. We're going to open it up across the country or across the globe, and we want you to be out there putting it together and making it work and teaching everybody how to make it work. So yeah, it's meeting very much what they want, but it's also about showing a part of yourself. So it could be that you have a flair for numbers and you have a way to increase productivity. But that boss doesn't really care about that because that is not one of the key metrics they're looking at or something, although I'm sure productivity is always a key metric. And you, on top of doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing, then take all that extra energy you were doing things that the boss wasn't even noticing that you're doing because they didn't care if it got done. And you put that energy towards something that makes you stand out. And that's when, or maybe they'll say, we want to send you back to school because we want you to get your diploma here so we can put you over here. I mean, things like this could happen, definitely. If you are unemployed, going back to school is a very good thing for you to look at this week. Raising your education, honing a skill, brushing up on a skill perhaps, bringing it more to an expert level. So this week, I really pull it back and understand, what you can do rather than what you are doing. Does that make sense? And this is where we're going to let some things go. Some things that didn't really matter in the overall. Maybe you were working through your breaks. Nobody even noticed you were working through your breaks. So take your break. Okay? Maybe during your break, you're going to work on that little pet project of yours to throw at corporate one day and really get the gears in motion. And if you're unemployed, look at what you really truly want to step into. Based on your talents, your abilities, what you like to do on a regular basis. And the more you focus in on what exactly that is, the better the chances that something is attracted to your light, to your path, that you stumble upon. Relationships. The Ace of Cups. This is embracing relationships. This is loving people, loving life, growing that happiness, growing that support and that love, that togetherness. So this could be where you find true love. This could definitely be a week where you trip into true love. You just meet that somebody, that stranger, and it's like you've known them forever and your hearts just collide. It was like that match made in heaven, so to speak. Love at first sight kind of energy. This could be embracing all that can be within your relationship and expecting it to be so. This is about loving the relationship as it is already. and seeing the beauty in the relationship rather than, the longer we're together with each other, the more we just kind of let, we forget. We forget. Life takes over and we just turn into ourselves within the relationship, and we forget the extra steps we used to take, the extra experiences we used to have, the extra emotions we used to feel. We couldn't wait for them to text us or phone us or pick us up. We couldn't believe that it was 2 in the morning or 4 in the morning and we sat there and we had talked all night. And when you said, oh, the garbage has to go out, they said, let me do that for you. And now when the garbage isn't taken out, it goes, guess what you forgot to do today? Right? So this is how we evolve over time, because we forget about reigniting that spark every single morning of our lives. This is about reigniting the spark. This is about seeing the parts of the relationship that you love and adding to that experience, adding energy to that experience. This might be where you include more people into your world. Maybe you've been dating and now it's time to introduce them to the family and friends kind of thing. And embrace them into your life, into your culture, into your world on a deeper level. This could be about dreaming about your tomorrow with your significant other. Maybe it is about one day walking down the aisle. And what will that look like? Moving in together, what will that look like? Having babies together, what would that look like? All these different things. And you're going to work afternoons, I'm going to work days. And when do we see each other? And we start to fine-tune some of the things but we're embracing our future together. We're embracing our now together. And we are growing that dream. We are embracing that dream. Now, saying that, we also let things go, don't we? We decide that it's not so important who took out the garbage. I can take out the garbage. I just don't want to take out the garbage. So why would I complain about it? In 5 years, it's not going to matter whether or not they took out the garbage. Unless they stop doing it altogether for 5 years. So why am I getting upset about that? Why am I letting friction into a relationship that is otherwise filled with harmony and beauty? Why don't I just get off my keister and take the garbage out? They forgot. I forget things. We all prove we're human to each other on a consistent basis. So it's also about understanding where you need to let go of the argument or the challenge. And where you unintentionally invite in friction and argument, and I hear collision. Okay, spirituality. The Page of Pentacles is about dreaming it big and then dreaming it bigger and then dreaming it, oh my goodness, do you know what's happening to me now? Kind of energy. We're setting some goals. We are, in our minds, we're starting to grow our best life ever with new dynamics. Maybe we only sketched it before and now we're adding oils or something to the canvas, whatever it may be. We're not going to get a lot of details of how this will manifest in our lives. We're nowhere near being able to even manifest this in our lives. But it is a long-term goal. It is something off in the distance that we want to embrace, encounter, step into one day. But we know there might be a lot of work, and we're not looking at the work. We're looking at stepping into the experience of maybe this will happen. So maybe it is, we've got this pullback moment in work and career. Maybe we are redefining what we want to do. And how that grows into something marvelous and wonderful and so out of our realm of even being able to think that could happen in our lives. Or maybe it's in our relationships because we are embracing love. Of maybe you're single and it's embracing that perfect relationship that finally comes your way. Maybe it's understanding that you're in a beautiful relationship and wanting to grow it deeper and stronger and take the next step or light that spark. Maybe there's something you want to do for self. Maybe you kind of missed that whole college, university era that all your friends went through, and now you're going to university because you're going to get your master's or you're going to get your degree so that you can spend the rest of your life doing this. And don't worry how it's all going to come together. Don't worry how it's all going to weave together and come together in its own divine timing. It will. We don't have to think about the plan right now. That's the beauty and the energy here. This is only in our thoughts. This is only us painting pictures of promised tomorrows, of what it could look like, of what we could venture towards if we wanted to. Okay, home, family. We have the devil here. This is also self, our well-being, taking care of ourselves. We're letting go of those habits, those behaviors that don't bring value into our life. Maybe it's people. You know, I am getting the sense that the crowd is changing around you. Maybe you've been single for a long time. You have a lot of single friends, but now you're in a relationship and you're getting more into the couples thing. And that's okay. That's just a part of evolving. It doesn't mean you're not friends with them anymore. It means that you've moved into a new pattern into your life. A new adventure, new opportunities. And maybe there's some things we have to let go of in order to be able to step into that new opportunity. Okay, a Circle of Doors Tarot. The Death card. We have the Devil on the board and we have the Death card here. The 13 energy appears. Well, let's see what our book has to say about the Death card. Because there is a little bit about releasing and letting go and changing things. So, you know, it's the death of things in our life. It's not the death of us or death of somebody we love whenever the Death card comes out. It's more of a death of a way of being and changing it to reflect the new person you are becoming. The new opportunities that you will be stepping into. I know it's right here somewhere. Gosh, the pages do not want to come apart. Here we are. Though you quake and shiver at the sight of me, you will remember our everlasting friendship. My cold, loving hand on your shoulder. We walk together forever. Let it end so you can begin. This world is a gift that is given to us, but nothing that you know, feel, or become will ever truly belong to you, because it all belongs to death. She watches and holds you through every day and night, and she will take it all back when the time comes. Your ego is a shell of armor that must crumble and grow and crumble again, so the soft, sweet soul within can keep growing. Feel the touch of death's grace in every passing moment, and let your small and young self die so that your old and wise self can be born and reborn again and again. Ask yourself, will you allow yourself to shatter into nothing and then rise up anew? Can you feel the world breathing us all in and out? Do you trust the wisdom and perfection of life's beloved companion? Your affirmations for this week are: my greatest power is transformation. Death walks beside me at all times. I'm always reinventing myself. Death is as miraculous as birth. So very true to a lot of what we were discussing in your reading. We will get a Power Thought card by Louise Hay before you leave. And we have, I prosper wherever I turn. I now see opportunities for abundance everywhere. I am blessed and prepared. So prepare yourself for all those new beginnings. But I think there's a lot of energy around you this week where it is about preparing to step into the new, to embrace, and not even new as much as the magical. Pardon me. That's not even the right wording. Maybe it's putting new emotion, new light into something that seems faded right now. Maybe it's giving birth to something. Maybe it is allowing the death of something. Dream it big. Dream it wild. Don't put any limitations on it. And see what your tomorrow brings you. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.